can't leave the battlefield until you cut off the head of Goliath. Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching another episode of the Quisha King Show. So today I have been thinking about being prepared, and is the Republican Party prepared? There are so many people that are not doing anything. They don't have a organizing, they're not planting seeds in the community. It made me think, if you guys have watched my previous videos, you know I've been on a kick of like George Washington. So because we are in a war, and I'm deferring to I'm looking at the American Revolution, and I'm looking at the Bible, because I do believe the hand of God was on those early Americans, and obviously the Word of God is the best book to go to for everything. There are a couple of quotes that I want to share with you all that I think will really bless you and just really get you to see what I mean about being prepared. And then I have some more remarks after we read these quotes. George Washington said, "To be prepared for war is one of the most effective means of preserving peace." That will preach. To be prepared for war is one of the most effective means of preserving peace. And I don't think that the Republicans are prepared for war. I don't think that we're even getting prepared for war. Not really. Not on the level that we should, when our country is literally hanging on by a cliff. But I guarantee you right now, today, the Democrats are organized and they are preparing for war. In fact, they never stopped. Way back in 2020, they never left the ground. They keep constant flow of organizing. Republicans, after the election, we pack it up. We're heading to Camp David. They're packing it up and they're like, okay, well, we've done what we're going to do. And again, this is why in Jacksonville, Florida, we didn't even hardly see Donna Deegan, the Democrat campaign. But all the signs were everywhere. Our mailboxes were flooded. But guess who won? Democrat. Because they've been seeding the ground. In fact, I want to show you, this is the Republican National Committee. This is their event schedule. This is what they have going for the events that they have over the country right now. This is the Democrats National Committee. These are their events that they have over the country. See the difference? They've been seeding the ground. That's what George Washington said. This is what Abraham Lincoln said. Abraham Lincoln said, "I will prepare, and someday my chance will come." Meaning, your chance is going to come, so be prepared. The chance for you to show up and show out is going to come, so you need to make sure you are prepared. And then the Word of God says in Proverbs 20, verse 4, "The lazy man will not plow because of winter. He will beg during harvest and have nothing." So this is basically saying the lazy person, the person that's just like, oh, it's too cold. Oh, it's too hot. Oh, the person who's full of excuses on why they aren't preparing, why they aren't out there doing what they need to do to prepare for the harvest. When it's time for harvest, you ain't gonna have nothing. You're going to lose because you did not prepare. If you haven't noticed, things have gotten worse, especially with our children, since 2020. 2020 was the revealer. 2020 vision, it was the revealing of everything that was going on. And if you haven't noticed, they're full steam ahead. You have whole corporations who are like, even though they're losing money, many of them they're not even taking a cue from the Bud Light and the Target. No, their corporations are still doing it. You have all of the Pride stuff has not even slowed down a bit. It's actually getting worse. They are bold and they are brazen. What you must do when you're in the fight, you can't leave the battlefield until you cut off the head of Goliath. We haven't chopped off the head. So we cannot afford to leave the battlefield. You can't pack it up after the election. You can't just wait around and I'm just going to wait and see and hope and, and just, twiddle my thumbs, but there'll be the harvest. No, that's not how it works. There is a principle of reaping and sowing. Remember, we deal in principles over here because they can be applied everywhere. reaping and sowing and reaping rather. You sow and you reap, and rinse and repeat. If we're not constantly sowing and sowing in the right places, how are we going to reap? And I'm not talking about reap a little bit, not that 20, like that little harvest that we reaped in 2022. That's not really even a reap, because look at what it has gained us. Debt ceiling, anybody? Look at what it has gained us. If we cannot have prudent laws, what are we doing? My friend Steve Day said this the other day. What are we doing if we might as well pack it up if we can have laws that are righteous to govern our republic. You can't just you don't pack it up right now. This country is hanging on by a thread. You can't afford to get off the battlefield. And if you wanted to get off the battlefield, you should have done what you needed to do a long time ago. But we didn't, and we all can take fault in that. And so here we are. But you sure enough you can't pack it up after the election right now. Our children's lives are at stake. The next generation is depending on us to do this right. It is astonishing to me how many organizations that aren't, and I'm sure there are some out there that are doing some things. I'm sure there are, but I have called some major ones, and it ain't nothing popping. Not really. There's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We've got to do better. We have got to do better, or we will not reap a harvest. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I hope this has blessed you. I hope this has inspired you. I hope this has ignited you to get up, get out, and go do something. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.